How we feeling tonight?
Good. Sure to get all of your UAM Athletics gear at the bookstore kiosk that is on the home side of the main concourse. It will be open until the end of halftime, so go get your gear and show off your UAM favorites.
And a very pleasant good evening. Welcome to Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. I'm Jimmy Sledge as we get set for tonight's ball game between the Weevils of UAM and the Bison of Oklahoma Baptist. This will be the 7th meeting between the two. The series is tied 3-3 as we get set for tonight's ball game. UAM comes in 1-0 after defeating Southern Nazarene. Oklahoma Baptist lost to Ouachita Baptist last week, but they put up 20 points in the fourth quarter to come up short in that ball game. 42-32 was the final score, but they trailed 42-12 before they were able to put up those 20 points in the fourth quarter. So we'll look for them to throw the ball around. They had a great game last week against Ouachita Baptist in throwing the football. Their quarterback set records. They had a receiver that set records. And we'll look for the Weevils to do the same here tonight as the Weevils get set to take on the Bison of Oklahoma Baptist. Good crowd on hand. A little sprinkling in the air, a little light rain every now and then, but it looks like it's going to fare off and should be a perfect night for college football here on the campus of UAM. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on our pregame show when we return in just a moment. As we welcome you back here to Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. Again, I'm Jimmy Sledge on our pregame show. And we should see a lot of passing out of both squads. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 and Brown last week. The Weevils put up 538 yards against Southern Nazarene on the night, 310 on the ground, 228 through the air, as he went 12 of 24 in passing, but he also threw 3 interceptions. You look at the quarterback for Oklahoma Baptist. He's a freshman, Dayton Wolf. He posted the best start from a freshman quarterback in program history. Last week, he finished with 397 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns while completing 62% of his passes. But again, a lot of that came in the fourth quarter when they were trailing 42-12. They end up losing 42-32 in that ball game. As a week ago, the Weevils had to try and slow down Southern Nazarene, and they did, and were able to come out with the win last Thursday, the week ago Thursday when we played. There are 5 games starting at 6 tonight in the Great American Conference, as you heard on the GAC Rewind. 1 game at 7 starting tonight, and that's Harding and Southeastern Oklahoma, I believe, playing tonight at 7 o'clock. As the captains have made their way out onto the field, UAM will be dressed in their black uniforms green numerals trimmed in white with white helmets, while the Bison will be in green pants, white jerseys, green helmets, and green numerals as well. So a lot of green here in the stands on the campus of UAM as we get set for tonight's ball game. And as they welcome the Boll Weevils of 2022 onto the field, let's listen to the crowd welcome them in. We're just moments away from the kickoff of tonight's ball game, a home opener for the Boll Weevils as they host the Bison of Oklahoma Baptist. We'll take another break, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.
Monticello on the toss, elected to defer. Oklahoma Baptist will receive. Check hands on the play ball now. There you go.
Back here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium, the tip has been, the coin toss has been done, and the Bison will receive the football to start the football game. As UAM will get set to kick it off, UAM will be moving from right to left on your radio, from south to north here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium, while the Bison will be moving from north to south on the opening drive of the ball game. The Weevils get set to kick it off. We welcome you to our broadcast here on KHBM 93.7 FM, your home of UAM Sports in Southeast Arkansas. As the Weevils get set to kick it off, the crowd's on their feet, and we're ready for football. I hope you are too as well. The Weevils break the huddle. And get set to kick it off. Not much wind blowing here this evening, so that won't be a factor. The opening kick is going to be a line drive and going to be fielded at the 10. Actually, it's going to hit at the 5 and go out of bounds. So the Bison will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. As well, they'll start their opening possession. Again, we mentioned the quarterback for them, Dayton Wolf. He's a true freshman. Passed for almost 400 yards last week. Of course, UAM, their quarterback, is a junior. He was named Great American Conference Co-Offensive Player of the Week last week, 𝗗𝗜𝗦🐬 Brown. So we'll look for both of those guys to try to have a shootout here this evening. The Bison will open up out of the shotgun. Dayton Wolf has one back in the backfield behind him. That's Julian Clark. Put a wide receiver in motion, wanting to throw on first down. Looking deep down the field in the flat. Going to throw. It's complete at midfield to the 45, the 40, the 30. The Bison's cut back against the grain at the 20, the 5, the 10. Make it the 10, the 5 touchdown for the Bisons. No flags back up the field. A 75-yard touchdown pass on the reception is going to be Keelan Harris for the Bison. He was the leading receiver last week for them against OBU. Had 189 yards receiving last week. So quickly, with 13 seconds gone off the clock, Oklahoma Baptist has taken a 6-0 lead. The point after attempt coming. Everyone set. Snap is down. The kick's on its way, and it is good. 7-0 our score. Oklahoma Baptist takes the early lead. We'll be back with more UAM football in just a moment. Back here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium, we'll try to turn up our mic a little bit there, Jason, so we can get a good feed. 7-0. The Bison take the early lead here, a 75-yard, one-play drive as Dayton Wolf connected with Keelan Harris for the touchdown pass. So the Bison will get set to kick it off to the Boll Weevils. We'll put two receivers back deep. High end over end kick. This one's going to carry into the end zone for the automatic touchback. And the Weevils are going to start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. So we'll see what 𝗗𝗦𝗠𝗦𝗠𝗠𝗓𝗏 Brown can do. Weevils had two rushers over 100 yards last Thursday in their last ball game. It was 𝗗𝗦𝗠𝗏𝗠𝗠𝗏𝗏 Brown and also starting running back Janelle Scott. He's a sophomore from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he'll get the start here this evening at running back. Trip receivers come wide to the left. Ball on the right hash mark. Weevils moving from right to left here in the first quarter. Brown will look over the defense. A four-man front defensively for the Bison. Going to leave it with Scott. They'll make it. That's going to be Brown. Keeps it himself over the right side. 𝗗𝗦𝗠𝗦𝗠𝗏 runs out of room over there after a short gain of about 1.5 yards. We'll call it 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Boll Weevils. So 2nd down and 8. Quickly, up tempo. Weevils go with a bunch set here to the wide side. Brown, blitz coming, doesn't see it. Brown avoids the sack, rolling to his left, throws deep down the field, underthrown, and going to be intercepted at the 40. Giving chase is going to be the intended receiver for the Boll Weevils, Matthew Norman. Finally chased him down and coming up with the interception for the Boll Weevils. The pass was intended for Jordan Mansfield. And it was Caleb Peters who came up with the interception for the Bison. So they'll get it right back. The Bison scored on one play. The Weevils throw an interception on their second play. 1st and 10, Bison at their own 46-yard line. Walton again out of the shotgun. Power eye set. Fullback and tailback. Going to leave it with the tailback. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Breaks a tackle out over the 45. Midfield inside Boll Weevil territory. Down to the 47-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3 now for OBU. 13:50 to play here in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 3. Weevils in a 4-man front, making a 5-man front defensively. Walton wanting to throw again. Fires, complete, first down at the 40, inside the 40, carries it down close to the 37-yard line. And coming up with the catch there is going to be Matthew Norman. 1st and 10, Bison. They'll move the chains and have it inside Boll Weevil territory at the 37-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark. Twin receivers come wide right. Walton calling for the snap. Play action, rolling to his right, under pressure, going to be hit, avoids the sack there, and finally going to be knocked down at the 40-yard line. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play. He had 3 black jerseys all around him, and finally knocking him down to get credit for the sack is going to be Chris Blair. There's a flag down the field. So let's wait and see what the flag is about. They're going to wave it off. So the play will stand. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Now from the 39-yard line. So 2nd down and 12 from the Weevil 39. 7-0 our score. OBU with the lead. Walton again works out of the shotgun. One receiver over there wide to the left. Going to leave it with his running back. He's up the middle. He's hit behind the line. Going to be dropped for a loss, and shooting through the gap to make the stop is 𝗗𝗏𝗧 White, the linebacker for UAM. The junior out of Urbana, Arkansas. Making the stop there for the Boll Weevils. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. It's all the way back to the 41-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 14. Buddy Bizzle, the ball carrier. They go empty backfield. Bunch set to the right, bunch set to the left. One receiver split wide. On 3rd and 14, Weevils showing blitz. They bring 6. Walton in trouble, is going to be sacked back at the 47-yard line. Coming through once again for the Weevils, and to make the initial hit there was 𝗗𝗏𝗧 White. Also in on the stop for the Boll Weevils is going to be Alfreni Hankins, the defensive lineman, the sophomore out of Charleston, Mississippi. So the Bison can't convert after the turnover, and the Weevils are going to get it back with 12:06 left to play here in the opening quarter. OBU leading 7-0. Their punter is on. He'll punt it away. That's Braden Phipps. Back deep for the Weevils. Going to be 𝐿cedric Smith. High booming kick. 𝐿cedric's going to watch it go over his head. It will hit at the 3 and bound into the end zone. Luckily for the Weevils, it rolled into the end zone quickly. So UAM will get it out at their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Went 2 plays and threw an interception their last offensive possession. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Brown again will work out of the shotgun. Gennaro Scott, the lone setback. Twin receiver split wide right. Ball's on the left hash mark this time. Again, Weevils moving from south to north here at Convoy Leslie. Brown takes the snap, hands it off Gennaro, right side, got some room. He's out over the 20, the 25, going to be tripped up and brought down out at the 28-yard line. A gain of 8 on the play for Gennaro. He averaged almost 9 yards a carry last week. Quickly back up to the line, same play, right side. Gennaro breaks 1 tackle, scoots out over the 30. He'll have the 1st down. And we should be in market at the 31-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Boll Weevils as they'll move the chains. They keep it on the ground here. 11:15 to play in the opening quarter. 7-0. Bisons have the lead. If you joined us late, it was Dayton Wolf hitting Colleen Harris on a 75-yard touchdown. First play of the game for OBU. They lead at 7-0. Scott gets the carry again, runs over a player at the 35 as he lowers his shoulder and gets all the way out to the 39-yard line. Gennaro showing he can run tough. He's not very big, 5'9", 185 pounds. He runs hard. A gain of 8 on that play. 2nd down and 2 now. Checking in at tight end for the Weevils is going to be Rodriguez. He'll line up on the wide side of the field. 2nd down and 2. Brown takes the snap, leaves it with Scott again. He crosses the 40, going to be stopped right at the 1st down marker at the 41-yard line. Will depend on the spot to see if he gets it or not. Gennaro Scott on the carry. They say it is good for the first down, so we'll move the chains and keep the drive alive. Weevils stay up tempo. No huddle. Come right back to the line of scrimmage. Tight end set to the short side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 calling for the play. Gets the snap. They bring a blitz. But 𝗗𝗑𝗏𝗧𝗏 forced out of the pocket. He'll run it himself. Across the 40. Breaks a tackle. The 45. Going to be pushed out of bounds. Inside Bison territory at the 49-yard line. Very close to the first down marker. They'll move the chains. It'll be good for 10 yards and another first down for the Boll Weevils, the third in this series. First and 10 Weevils. They go with trip receivers this time. Spread the field out. Bison stay in a 4-man, making a 5-man front now as the linebacker moves up on the line. They run a 5-2 defense. Brown keeps it himself. Quarterback draw, right side across the 45. 40 hits the sideline at the 35 and going to step out of bounds just shy of the 37. Say where he stepped out of bounds. It'll be good for 11 yards and another first down for the Boll Weevils. That's what we saw 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏 do last week against Southern Nazarene. He carried the football, had 170 yards rushing. First and 10 Weevils, now at the Bison 37-yard line. Trailing 7-0. Weevils trying to answer and get on the board here in the first quarter with 8:49 left to play. Brown, play action, throws over the middle, wide open receiver at the 10 and going to be hit and brought down at the 9-yard line as making the catch is going to be Isaiah Cross. Isaiah Cross wide open over the middle. It'll be first and goal to go now for the Boll Weevils. They'll mark it at the 9-yard line. Trip receivers again come wide left. Ball on the right hash mark. So the wide side of the field covered up with 3 receivers. General Scott stays in at the running back. Brown takes the snap, hands it off. Scott, short side of the field, lowers his shoulder. He'll get it a couple of yards, maybe 3. We'll see where they mark his forward progress. It's going to be at the 6-yard line, so it'll be second and goal from the 6 now, just outside the 5-yard line. We'll call it the 6. Second and goal for the Boll Weevils here with just under 8 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. Weevils looking into the sideline. Offensive coordinator calling the play here from the sideline. Scott lines up on the left side. Brown's going to keep it himself. 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 cuts back against the grain. He goes inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. And going to be stopped there. It'll be third and goal now for the Weevils. And here comes the big package coming in. You can see some big linemen come in. It'll be third down and goal. We'll see Brown go underneath center. I formation behind him. Scott's the fullback. Caleb's going to be the tailback. They're going to hand it off. That's General Scott, right side. Touchdown, Boll Weevils. General Scott from 1.5 yards out pulls the Weevils to within an extra point of tying this ball game with 7:14 left to play here in the opening quarter. The Weevils get set to attempt the extra point. For the Weevils, doing the holding is Caleb Jacobs. The kick snap is down. The kick's on its way, and it is good. The kicker for the Weevils is Zachary Grissado. 7-7, we're all tied. A new ball game here in the first quarter. We'll be back with more UAM football right after this timeout. 7-7 our score. We're all tied. Weevils march at 80 yards to tie the ball game up. Janelle Scott goes over from a yard and a half out. And the Weevils tie the ball game here, 7-7. As we get set to kick it off. We're at home tonight, back on the road next Saturday. Another 6 o'clock kickoff next Saturday as we travel to Henderson State. Weevils tie the ball game here at 7-7. Trying to get our stats to work. All right. Weevils get set to kick it off once again, and that's going to be 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 handling the kicking duties here this evening. The Bison will put a couple back deep to receive. Looks like Brandon Phipps is one of them, and also back there is Keelan Harris. High end over end kick. Harris will field it at the 10 and return it up to the 15, the 20, 25. Going to be up near the 30-yard line. Has his feet cut out from under him, making the stop there. 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏 White on the special teams. And that's where the Bison will start. 1st and 10, just shy of their own 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 29. Weevils forced them to a 3-and-out last time. Wolf, still your quarterback. The running back is Buddy Bazell. He's 6'2", 215 pounds. He's a freshman from Midwest City, Oklahoma. Wolf going to hand it off. Bazell carries out over the 30 to the 31, and that's as far as he's going to get. It'll be a gain of about 2 on the play. Getting up off the bottom of the pile there for the Weevils. Once again, boy, I've already called his name several times. 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏 White, the linebacker, 6'2", a junior out of Urbana, Arkansas. Plays that Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker. 2nd down and 8 now for the Bison. Wide receiver in motion, wanting to throw. Quick pass, batted down at the line of scrimmage, or the linebacker actually did it. That's 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏 White. He's everywhere here early in the ball game. Knocked that one down. It'll bring up 3rd down and long now for the Bison. Ball spotted at their own 31-yard line. 6:35 left to play here in the opening quarter. 7-7 our score. Empty backfield, bunch set to the left, bunch set to the right, 5 wide. Wolf. Straight drop. Looking down his left side, fires over the middle. Is going to be complete to Harris. He's well short of the 1st down. He stopped at the 34, and that's as far as he's going to get. So a gain of only 3 on the play. Good defense by the Boll Weevils will force OBU to punt it away with 6:18 to play here in the opening quarter. Going back deep with Cedric Smith to return the punt. Their punter, Braden Phipps, is on. Weevils having to shuffle some folks in and out. Now they finally get everybody set. Phipps shanks the punt. A high wobbly kick is going to be short. It'll hit at the 45, take a Weevil bounce back at the 47-yard line, and UAM will get it up near midfield. That was a 23-yard punt, no return. Weevils will get it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line with 5:41 to play here in the opening quarter. We're all tied 7-7. Janelle Scott stays in at the running back. Our tight end this time is going to be Joshua Denny. He'll line up here on the short side. Trip receivers go wide right for the Boll Weevils. 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏 hands off Scott. Big hole. Cross midfield to the 45. Tripped up and brought down at the 49. Make it the 44-yard line. A yard shy of the 1st down. Make it 2 yards shy. They say his knee went down at the 45, so we'll back it up. It'll be 2nd down and 3. A gain of 7 on the play. Isaiah Cross will split wide to the left along with Mansfield. One receiver goes wide right. On second down and 3. Brown wanting to throw, wanting to go deep. Man-to-man coverage. A comeback route is going to be incomplete. The pass intended over there for the Cedric Smith. Ball was thrown just a little bit too far behind him on the comeback route. It'll be third down and 3 for the Boll Weevils from the Bison 45-yard line. All tied at 7-7. Two tight ends this time, one on either side. Two wide receivers. Brown leaves it with Scott up the middle. Scott comes to the outside. He's got the first down and some room at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Gennaro Scott from 42 yards out. 45 yards out, makes the score 13-7. Weevils on top. Gennaro with great vision. That play was designed to go off tackle. It was bottled up in there. He cut it to the outside, and when he hit the sideline, he turned the Jets on. And the Weevils go up 13-7 with the point after attempt coming. Grissati on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Jacobs. Snaps down. The kick is on its way, and it is through the uprights and good. 14-7, Weevils take their first lead of the game with 4:51 left to play in the opening quarter. We're back with more in just a moment. Weevils get the score as they go 52 yards in 6 plays and have regained or taken their first lead of the ball game here at 14-7. Gennaro Scott with his second rushing touchdown of the night. That one good, a 45-yard scamper down the left sideline. 4:51 left to play. Right now UAM with 6 first downs already. 106 rushing yards here in the first quarter. They have held OBU to no rushing yards in the first quarter so far. Through the air, 77 yards for the Bison, 28 for UAM. $134 yards total offense for the Boll Weevils here in the first period so far with 4:51 remaining. Grissati will tee it up and get set to kick it off once again. Braden Phipps and Keelan Harris back deep for the Bison. Great crowd on hand for this home opener for the Boll Weevils here this evening. Glad to see it. Sun's starting to come out as well. Another end-over-end kick. Harris will field it right on the sideline, catches it, and then steps out of bounds at the 12. Boy, I'll make it the 11-yard line. Mental mistake there by Keelan Harris. His momentum carried him out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and that's where OBU will start this drive, 1st and 10, from their own 11-yard line. See if the Weevil defense can make another stop here. They've shut them down pretty well so far. Only 77 yards on 9 plays for OBU. 134 yards and 15 plays for the Weevils. Wolf out of the shotgun. Weevils show a 4-man front. Delay action, pay action, throw it over the middle. Going to be incomplete, batted down at the line of scrimmage. Second time we've seen that tonight. Breaking the play up there is going to be Donde Fuller, the linebacker, 6'1", a junior out of Belleville, Illinois. Second down and 10 now for the Bison. The lone setback is Bazell. Wolf, straight drop. Delivers a pass to the back or tight end. Going to be complete out over the 15. Going to be out to about the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7 on the play, so it'll still bring up third down and a long 3 now for OBU. And we got an injured Weevil player out there on the field. They're going to help him up. It's one of the defensive backs for UAM. That is going to be Daquan Street, senior out of Enid, Mississippi. He's going to walk off the field under his own power. Man, got a pointer there on his elbow. That's what they're tending to. Stinger on his elbow. 4:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Boy, what fireworks we've had. 14-7. After the Bison scored on the opening play of the ball game, a 75-yard touchdown score. Touchdown pass. Weevils on their first possession threw an interception, but UAM defense has risen to the occasion and stopped OBU their last 2 possessions, and UAM has taken them in to score. They'll leave Bazell in the backfield. He'll line up there as the lone setback. Wolf leaves it with Bazell. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage and going to be dropped for a loss. Wow. Trying to catch the number on who that was that got through. It'll bring up a 4th down and 10. 4th down and 8 make it. Number 94 for the Weevils. That is going to be Christian Felix, 6'3", a sophomore. And he comes from Houston, Texas. 4th down, another punting situation, this time from about 3 yards deep in their own end zone. Punter gets it off. This is a low line drive, soccer tile kick. Kobe Jacobs picks it up at the 45, across midfield, got some room at the 40. The 35 going to be tripped up and brought down at around the 30-yard line. What a return there for the Boll Weevils. As Colby Jacobs on the return for UAM, or Caleb Jacobs make it, the sophomore out of El Dorado. And UAM's sitting pretty. 1st and 10 from the Bison 30-yard line with 3:33 left to play here in the opening quarter. Weevils already up by 7. Gennaro Scott stays in at running back. One receiver comes wide left for the Boll Weevils. That's going to be Mansfield. Cross will go wide to the right. Brown wanting to throw, looking for Mansfield. Throws again. This one's going to throw. It's going to be a flag thrown as well. Pass was overthrown, but there was a lot of contact, and they're going to call defensive pass interference against the Bison. It's Chase Whitebear for the Bison committing the defensive pass interference. Nope, number 30. Yep, that's who I had. Whitebear. Automatic first down. And we'll go all the way down to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Boll Weevils now from the Bison 15. I believe, let's see. Actually going to mark it inside the 15 down at the 11-yard line. It was a spot foul from where it occurred. So at the 11-yard line, we can pick up a first down inside the 1. Brown goes with an empty backfield and 2 tight ends, 3 receivers, and now the officials are going to call a timeout. See what they're trying to discuss. And now the white hat's going to signal another delay. think they're discussing where the spot of the football is. All right, they're going to back it up to the 15-yard line. That's where I thought it should have went. It should have been. They're going to spot the football at the 15. 1st and 10 for the Weevils still from the 15-yard line of OBU. Brown again, empty backfield. Twin receivers come wide left, straight drop, 4-man rush. Brown looking, steps up in the pocket. Now he's in trouble. He's going to be sacked back at the 21. Make it the 20. It'll be a loss of 5 on the play. Good coverage down the field by the secondary for OBU. And Brown was still trying to hang in there to make the throw. Zanero Scott will check back into the game at running back as coming out of the ball game is a wide receiver. That's Caleb Jacobs. We'll see Mansfield split wide to the left along with the Cedric Smith. Second down and 15. Play action. Scott over the middle. Throws complete to Cedric Smith in the end zone for the touchdown. From 20 yards out, the Weevils strike pay dirt again here in the first quarter. With 2:38 remaining, UAM up 20-7 over the Bison of OBU. The kicking team will come out once again as Grasati will get set to kick it out of the hold of Jacobs. A rainbow over Convoy Leslie, Cotton Bowl Stadium to the east. Snap is down, the kick's on its way, and it is good. Nope, no good. Wide right. Wide right. 20-7, Weevils lead it by 13 with 2:38 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be back with more UAM football in just a moment. (20-7), the Weevils lead it as they score following a great punt return by Caleb Jacobs. The kickoff is going to be fielded at the 8. That's going to be Harris. Harris straight up the field across the 20, the 25, 30, 35, sidesteps the tackler at the 40, still on his feet and finally brought down out at the 41-yard line. A 33-yard return on the kickoff. And OBU will have it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line, and they've got a player shaking up out there on the field, it looks like. For OBU, that may be Harris, who may have had the wind knocked out of him. As he's a little slow in getting up. The trainer's going to come out and check on him. 2:22 remaining in the first quarter of play. The Weevils now 149 total yards of offense on 17 plays. The Bison with 80 yards total offense here in the first quarter. First and 10 for the Bison. Ball spotted at their own 41-yard line. Wolf will go underneath center this time. Dayton Wolf, the freshman, wanting to throw, play action, straight drop, now forced out of the pocket. Weevils giving chase. They're going to trip him up and run him out of bounds up near the 46-yard line, make it the 47-yard line. As the Weevils were giving chase, looked like for UAM, that was Donde Fuller. Be a gain of 6 on the scramble by Wolf. Good coverage down the field by UAM. Didn't have anywhere to go with the football. 2nd down and 4 now. Ball on the left hash mark. Bison moving from left to right. We're down to 1:45 left to play in the opening quarter. Wolf shifts the tight end over. Going to leave it with Bizzle. Bizzle breaks a tackle in the backfield across midfield. Has the first down. And then he's going to be gang tackled at the 46-yard line of UAM. It will be good for a first down. They hit him in the backfield, but he spun out of that tackle and was able to pick up the first down. 7 yards on the carry. 1st and 10, Bison at the Weevil 46. Neither team goes with a huddle, both of them in an up-tempo offense. Wolf, straight drop, wanting to throw again. In trouble, somehow gets out of it, now throws over the middle, complete to the tight end, inside the 35, down to the Weevil 34-yard line. Shooting through and had him in his grasp, but couldn't bring him down. That was going to be Theron Bellert, the defensive lineman. Had a hold of Wolf in the backfield, couldn't bring him down. Wolf, with presence of mind, to spin out of it and make the pass completion for another first down for OBU. Now spotted at the Weevil 33-yard line. 1st and 10, 45 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. UAM leading 20-7. Wide receiver comes in motion this time. Bison. They're going to hand it off again. Bizzle. Bizzle. Lots of room. Inside the 30, the 25, the 20, and finally hauled down from behind. Inside the 18, down at the 17-yard line. Defensive secondary having to come up and make the stop on him over there. It looked like for UAM that was the Weevils. Swing pass going to be out to Bizzle. Bizzle going to pick up a couple of yards. Maybe. Let's see what they mark him. Actually loses a yard. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 20-7. 15 minutes are in the books here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. The Boll Weevils lead the Bison of OBU. We'll take a break. Come back with the second quarter for you in just a moment. As we get set to start the second quarter of action, 20-7 our score. The Boll Weevils have the lead. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Bison of OBU from the Weevil 19-yard line. Wolf, play action, looking to his right. Fire is going to be picked off at the 15, back to the 20, 25, going to go all the way at midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Boll Weevils on a pick six for UAM, and coming up huge with the interception for the Boll Weevils is going to be Katron Allen. An 85-yard interception return for the touchdown. And the Weevils tack on another 6 points. It's 26-7. See what they're going to do. If they're going to try to go for two, or I believe we're going to call a timeout and try to talk about it. Coach Hud Jackson doesn't look real happy as trying to get some personnel. Didn't have the right folks out there. When you score quick like that, sometimes it's hard to get people out and back where they need to be. All right, yep, Coach Jackson's going to talk to his team. They're going to send them back out there. 26-7, an 85-yard pick six by the Boll Weevils' Katron Allen. The Weevils will huddle. Not sure if they're going to kick or go for two. Looks like they're going to go for two. They are. Nope, they're going to kick it. Caleb Jacobs, the holder. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥, the extra point kicker. He was wide right on his last one. Gets a high snap. They get it down. The kick is on its way, and it's no good. Wide right again. So 26-7, the Weevils lead it here, just underway to start the second quarter. 14:45 left to play in the half as the rainbow is almost completely across the sky to the east of Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. Beautiful sight. We'll be back with more right after this timeout. The Weevils lead it 26-7. Just underway to start the second quarter. 14:45 left to go in the half. As UAM jumps out here on OBU. Officials are talking things over on each sideline. Now they're finally going to let the players come out on the field. An 85-yard pick six by Katron Allen. He's a senior out of St. George, South Carolina. Katron was responsible for a few pass breakups last week. Got a pick six here. Weevils get set to kick it off once again. Harris and Phipps back deep for the Bison. High end over end kick. Harris will field it at the 6. Up the 10 to the 15. Cuts to the center of the field. Out over the 20, 25. They're going to be upended about the 32-yard line. A flag will come in late. About a 20-yard return, but the flag came in. And it's up at the 30-yard line. We'll see what the yellow hanky is all about. We get the call. Didn't understand it from the official, but it's going to be against OBU. $14:36 left to go in the first half. 26-7, the Weevils on top, and the officials are going to spot the football. Let's see where they're going to put it. As they're talking things over. Now let's see. Holding on the return team. He first caught it on the kicking team. So they'll mark it off 5 yards against OBU. I believe what they're going to do. How about 10 yards? They'll mark it back inside the 20, back to the 28-yard, or make the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bison from their own 18. Well, since that opening drive, the Weevils have shut OBU's offense down. Wolf out of the shotgun, one back, Bissell back there, play action. Wanting to go deep down the left sideline, throws it up, and it's going to be incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Phipps. Defending on the play for the Boll Weevils was 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. Would have been a nice catch there made by Phipps if he had held on to it. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now for OBU. Clock will stop with 14:29 left to play here in the first half. Weevils leading 26-7. Wolf hands it off Bissell. Bissell up the middle across the 20, and that's about all. He's going to get to the 21-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. Not much there. Making the stop for UAM. Looks like it's going to be Demario Cleaves. Quick snap. Wolf wanting to throw again. Steps up, fires into the flat. Going to be incomplete. Is in and out of the hands. His intended receiver had it in his hands, but then dropped it. That's Sam Sharp, the tight end. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 7 make it. Make it, send it on the punting. It's 4th down. Make it 4th down and 2. Okay, we'll get it right. 4th down and 2. Once again, they go 3 and out. Back deep for the Boll Weevils. It's going to be 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗡. Smith watches this one hit the ground in front of him. It'll roll, take a Bison roll inside the 35, down to the 30-yard line. The Weevils will have it once again, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line, leading 26-7 here with 13:50 to play in the first half. It's been all UAM here in the first half. Weevils with 8 first downs. They finished the first quarter, 149 total yards of offense on 17 plays, while OBU had 21 plays and 124 yards of total offense. All right. 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗡 Brown out of the shotgun. Hands it off. Gennaro Scott picks his way through the line. He's out over the 35, and be a gain of 7 on the play as he's brought down just shy of the 38-yard line. They're going to make it to 36. Say where his knee went down to the 35 where they mark it. A gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. Brown again, hands off Gennaro. Gennaro, right side this time, over right tackle. Carries it up close to the 38-yard line, almost the 39. They'll be a couple of yards shy of the first down. They'll mark it at the 38. So 3rd down and 2 now for the Boll Weevils from their own 38-yard line. We'll see 2 tight ends check into the ball game for UAM. Caleb Bonin and Ian Misch. So 2 tight ends, 3rd short down. Going to leave it with Brown. Brown is not going to get there as he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and that's all he's going to get, maybe a half a yard. Going to be stopped shy of the first down, shy of the 40-yard line. Now, student body to the left for UAM, the offensive line going that way. Student body the right defensive line, and that time the defense won out. So 4th down and 1. Brown's going to go underneath center. They're going to go for it. Got the 2 tight ends on 4th and 1. Weevils have not punted on the night, and now whistle, and they'll blow the play dead as OBU called the timeout. We'll take it with them. 12:17 to play in the first half. It's 26-7. UAM leading. We're back in just a moment. 4th down and 1 for the Weevils from their own 39. Brown option right side. Going to pitch it. Caleb going to bobble it. He'll fumble it forward and have the first down. Oh, my. It wasn't very pretty, but it's going to work as Caleb Jacobs was playing tailback that time. Now they're going to blow it dead back at the 38-yard line. And Coach Jackson can't believe it. He's out there trying to get an explanation. Caleb Jacobs was tailback. Brown running the option, pitched it to him. He bobbled the pitch, and when he did, it went forward. I don't think offensively you can advance a fumble. So we'll see what the officials come up with. Is where he first recovered it. Okay. It will be a first down for the Boll Weevils. We'll take it. Weevils moving from left to right here in the second quarter. Ball on the left hash, right hash mark, make it. One receiver split wide. 2 to the short side of the field. Brown out of the shotgun. Takes it, hands off Gennaro Scott. Sweep left. Gennaro cuts it up. Goes across the 42 out to the 43-yard line. There's a flag marker down at the line of scrimmage. This game's had very few penalties, really. Here in the first holding the call here against the Weevils. We'll back them up. That will be actually the first penalty against the Weevils on the night. So it'll be 1st and 20. Spot the ball all the way back at the 31-yard line. Brown empty backfield. Puts Gennaro Scott in motion. Brown's going to keep it himself. A quarterback draw. He's out over the 35, 40, 45, midfield, and finally brought down at the 49-yard line of UAM. Going to mark his knee down just shy of midfield, a couple of yards shy of the first down marker. A gain of 18 on the play, though, for 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥, the quarterback. 2nd down and 2. Checking in at tight end now is Ian Meesh. Meesh will line up here on the wide side of the field, along with Cedric. Brown, hands off Gennaro. Gennaro got the first down and more across the 40, the 30, the 25, the 20. Going to be bumped out of bounds inside the 20 down at the 17-yard line. Gennaro Scott, his second long run of the afternoon. That's going to put him over 100 yards here in the first half. And another first down for the Boll Weevils. They'll mark it down at the 17-yard line. They're knocking on the door with 10:33 to go in the half, leading 26-7. Scott will stay in. Nope, we got a new running back. That's going to be Dorian Manuel in at the running back spot. Brown wanting to throw. Throws to the end zone. Going to be batted away at the last second. Nice defensive play. Stepped right in front of it and batted it down for the Bison of OBU. That was Caleb Peters, the safety back there. He had to time that one just right. Second down and 10 now. Manuel stays in at the running back. Twin receivers go on either side for the Weevils. Brown will work out of the shotgun. Manuel, the lone setback, out of the pistol. Brown looking, again throwing, has a man open. It's going to be complete. Touchdown, Boll Weevils. Jordan Mansfield with the reception. He found a soft spot in the zone, and the Weevils go up 32-7 here with 10:02 left to play in the first half. And the extra point coming. All right. Caleb Jacobs does the holding. We got a new kicker now for the Boll Weevils. Going to be Marquise McKnight. Snaps down. The kick's on its way, and this one is through the uprights and good. 33-7. The Weevils are on top here with 10:02 to play in the first half. UAM leads it here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. Glad you're with us. You're listening to KHBM 93.7. We're back in just a moment. $33-7. The Weevils on top of the Bison here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium as Grassati gets set to kick it off once again. Got a different deep man back. That's Phipps. Going to be back deep to return. And he will take it at the 5-yard line. Phipps straight up the field at the 15 to the 20. Hits the sideline near the OBU bench. He's out over the 30. Got to be out to the 35 and finally wrestled down there. Coming up to make the stop on the special teams is 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 making a stop for UAM. And the Bison will have it 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. 27 rushing yards for the Bison. 101 through the air, 6 of 10, 1 interception for Dayton Wolf. And that one interception was an 85-yard pick six for UAM. Wolf wanting to throw, steps up, in trouble now. He's going to be hit in the backfield and finally brought down. I didn't think they were ever going to get him down. As coming through to make the stop and get the sack, that's Alfreni Hankins. He's a sophomore from Charleston, Mississippi, making the stop. Gets credit for the sack. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Now for OBU. Wolf again looking over the defense. Weevil showing a 4-man front. They'll rush 4, drop 7 back in coverage. He's in trouble. Now scrambles out of the pocket, up over the 40. Going to be pushed out of bounds up near the 42-yard line. Make it the 43-yard line. As Dayton Wolf running for his life. Finally forced out of bounds over there. Looked like Charles Cameron was giving chase and ran him out of bounds. 3rd down and 3. Bison's quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Now Wolf will check it off and look into the sideline. Twin receivers come wide left. Twins go wide right. 3rd down and 3 from their own 43. Wolf wanting to throw. Throws a quick out route. This one's low in the dirt. It's going to be incomplete. It was intended out there for Devin Johnson, the wide receiver. The ball was underthrown, hit the turf before it got there. So now the coaching staff for OBU's got to make a decision. It's 4th down and 3. They're down 33-7. Here with 8:32 to play in the first half. They're going to punt it away once again. They're hoping to have a big second half like they did last week against Ouachita Baptist. Caleb Jacobs back deep for the Weevils to return. It's a high, wobbly kick. Going to be short. It's going to hit at the 35 and be down there. Didn't go anywhere. Hit at the 34. Actually took a Weevil bounce. To be down at the 35-yard line. The Weevils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. As both teams will get the huddle on the sideline. 8:20 remaining here in the first half. Weevils on top. Right now, UAM with 11 first downs, 164 yards on the ground. They've got 65 through the air for 229 total yards of offense on 25 plays. OBU has run 24 plays, 135 yards of total offense. I said not very many penalties in this ball game. 2 against OBU for 25 yards, 1 against UAM for 10. Time of possession actually goes to Oklahoma Baptist. They have had it 11 minutes and 1 second here in the first half. UAM with 10 minutes and 39 seconds. UAM averaging almost a little over 9 yards per play. Right now, Gennaro Scott, 10 carries, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His longest, a 45-yard run. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥, Brown, 7 carries for 49 yards. And then Brown has gone 3 of 6 with 1 interception passing for 65 yards and 2 TDs. One belongs to 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏 Smith, the other one to Mansfield for the receiving part. The other touchdown for the Weevils came from Katron Allen, a pick 6. He went 85 yards. OBU's only score was Wolf, and that was the first play of the ball game. They've got it credited at a 65 yards, officially, a 65-yard touchdown pass. That was the first play from scrimmage of the ball game. And Weevils have answered since then. 33-7 our score. Weevils on top, 8:20 to play here in the first half. 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Brown sends 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Smith in motion. He's going to leave it with Gennaro. That's going to be Manuel up the middle. Dorian's going to carry it across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 now for UAM. Weevils want the clock to continue to run. Under 8 minutes left to play in the first half. On 2nd down and 8. Bison bringing the corner blitz. They read it complete. Isaiah Cross, he's over the 40, 45. He'll have the first down. Good read by 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Brown and by Isaiah Cross on the hot pass route. They saw the corner blitz coming. That left Isaiah Cross wide open. 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 hit him right in the numbers and picks up the first down. 1st and 10, Bo Weevils. High snap, Brown pulls it down, leaves it with Manuel. He's hitting the backfield and going to be dropped for a loss. Wow. Coming through to make the stop on 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 there in the backfield. That's Elijah Tomlin, 6 foot, 217-pound junior out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. A loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Bo Weevils. Ball spotted at their own 46-yard line. We'll go with twin receivers wide to the left. That'll be the wide side of the field. Again, they're showing blitz. They bring the pressure. Handoff goes to Gennaro Scott. Gennaro, who just checked back into the game, carries across the original line of scrimmage out to the 49. So it'll be a gain of 3 on the play, but bring up a 3rd down and 8. So 3rd down and 8 for the Bo Weevils. Ball spotted at their own 49-yard line. Cross comes wide right. Brown rolling to his left, right, play action. Looking down the field, fires and going to underthrow his intended receiver. Brown running to his right. A right-handed thrower trying to throw across his body. Couldn't get enough oomph on the ball to get it up. So the Weevils are going to be forced to punt for the first time in this ball game. Leading 33-7, 6:09 left to play in the first half. The punting unit will come on. And handling the punting duties this evening is going to be Zachary 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Back deep is Harris, Keelan Harris for the Bison. He'll stand at his own 10 and await the punt of 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Gets a good snap. Kick going to hit at the 15 and bound inside the 10. They're going to let it roll all the way down to the 7-yard line, and that's where the Bison will start this drive. It'll be the second time tonight they've started inside their own 10. Weevils have done a good job in controlling the field position on OBU here in the first half. Weevils leading 33-7. 5:57 left to go, first half of football. Weather finally broke off and partly cloudy skies in a nice night for football here in southeast Arkansas. Dayton Wolf, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Bissell is his lone setback. Trip receivers come wide to his left. Now put his backfield in motion around the left side. And they're going to throw a whistle and blow a whistle and throw a flag. Let's see what the officials. It's a back judge here on the defensive end that threw the flag. They're going to come back and pick up the flag, and let's see. The official back here thought that it was a delay of game, but they just reset the play clock. So we'll go again. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 7. Wolf hands it off right up the middle. Out over the 15, the 20. Going to be out to the 22-yard line. That's a new ball carrier. That's going to be E.J. Moore. He's a freshman out of Leander, Texas. He'll move the chains. It'll be a first down for the Bison. Quickly, they come to the line of scrimmage. Wolf, again, same play, hands it off up the middle. This time he's going to get a yard, maybe 2, as it'll be stopped shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8. Linder, the ball carrier that time. 2nd down and 8 now for the Bison. Ball spotted at their own 24-yard line. Wolf, empty backfield, wanting to throw, looking to the far sideline, throws, and going to be incomplete. Pass intended out there for Rodriguez. Defending on the play for the Boll Weevils was Jonathan Scott. 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 8 now for OBU from their own 24-yard line. With 5:05 left to play here in the first half, Weevils leading 33-7. Wolf will look over the defense. Twin receivers come wide left, puts a wide receiver in motion to the short side. Wanted to throw, now forced out of the pocket. Going to be in trouble and going to be sacked. Back behind the line of scrimmage, the Weevils get to him again. Getting up off the bottom of the pile for the Boll Weevils, number 46. And I have that down as James Dealey. A loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 9. Once again, they'll punt from deep in their own territory. Braden Phipps will come on to punt it. Looks like LeCedric Smith going to be back deep for the Boll Weevils this time as a return man. Weevils should get pretty good field position. A low snap. Gets the kickoff. It'll hit at midfield, take a short Bison roll to the 45, down to the 44-yard line of UAM, and that's where the Boll Weevils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. With 4:18 to play here in this first half, Weevils have all 3 timeouts remaining. See what they can do with this final 4 minutes. Leading 33-7. OBU finally got a stop and forced UAM to punt it away for the first time in the ball game the last series. All right. Demalion Brown, your quarterback, goes empty backfield and 5 wide here on 1st down. Cross comes in motion, going to hand it to him on a jet sweep around, and he's in trouble back at the 40, going to be knocked down for a loss. All the way back at the 40-yard line, a loss of 4 on the play. Play really had nowhere to go. So Isaiah Cross on the jet sweep around the right side. Bison's had it strung out. 2nd down, 14. Will stay 5 wide and empty. Out of the shotgun, empty backfield. Brown looking into the sideline, getting the play call. Letting the play clock go down under 10 now. He'll call for the snap. Straight drop, 4-man rush, has all day, gets rid of it deep down the middle of the field, going for Caleb Jacobs, and going to be overthrown down at the 20-yard line. He had 4 receivers, all running deep routes. Caleb Jacobs was the man over the middle. The intended receiver to bring up 3rd down and 14 now for the Boll Weevils. 3:27 remaining here in the first half. Clock has stopped with the incomplete pass. Will stay empty again, 5 wide. 3-man front defensively for OBU. As they'll change the play at the line of scrimmage, they change it. Brown looking over the defense. They rush 3 again, firing to the sideline, going to be through the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. There's a flag back behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be a holding call against UAM. It looks like the pass intended over here for Deshaun Jackson goes incomplete. The holding is the call. It's declined. It'll bring up 4th down and 14. The Weevils will have to punt for the 2nd consecutive time. 2 series in a row. The Weevils will have to punt it away. Leading 33-7. Keelan Harris is back deep once again for the Bison. He'll stand at his own 20 awaiting the punt this time of 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. Gets a good snap. Nice spiraling kick this time. Drives Harris all the way back to the 10. He backpedals to the 7, picks it up there. He's at the back to the 10 and going to be snowed under at the 11-yard line. How about that? A 40, make it a 47-yard punt, 2-yard return. And the Bison will start once again inside their own 15-yard line. They have not been very fortunate as far as field position goes on their starting drives. They'll mark it out at the 12, so it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. With 3:04 remaining. Wolf out of the shotgun for the Bison. Twin receivers on either side, straight back. Drops, looks, now rolls to his right, looking, now fires into the sideline. It's going to be called up near the 19-yard line. Making the catch is Braden Phipps. He had to come back and help his quarterback out. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Stayed in bounds, so the clock continues to run. With 2:40 left to go here in the first half. Linder is the running back. Wolf, your quarterback. Dayton, straight drop for him, looking again at the sideline. Fires, this one's picked off, the 2nd pick, and another pick 6, running it into the end zone for the Weevils, who's going to be Jonathan Scott. The 2nd pick 6 of the night. Now I'll make that number 7. Instead of number 1. That is Daquan Street. My apologies, Daquan. The 2nd pick 6 of the night for the Weevils. And UAM's up 39-7. With the point after attempt coming. McKnight will attempt the extra point. Snaps down, kicks on its way, and it is good. 2:19 to play here in the first half. It is 40-7. The Weevils are on top of the Bison of OBU here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. We'll take a break and be back with more UAM football after this timeout. The second interception returned for a touchdown tonight by the Boll Weevil defense. UAM leads it 40-7. The kickoff high in the air. It's going to be fielded over there by Phipps at the 10. Back up to the 15, the 20. Down the sideline. Got some room out over the 30, 35. And finally going to be bumped out of bounds up near the 38-yard line. That's a 28-yard return. With 2:10 left to go here in the first half. Weevils on top 40-7 over the Bison of OBU. First and 10 for the Bison at their own 37-yard, make it the 38-yard line. We've got a new quarterback for OBU. It's going to be Seth Streeter. Streeter wanting to throw. He'll fire. Is complete out here near midfield at the 49-yard line. Making the catch out there is going to be Michael Marshall. I said it was Streeter. It's actually number 2, Aiden Thompson, 6'5", a redshirt freshman out of Abilene, Texas. First and 10. Wants to throw again. Wide receiver screen thrown and going really incomplete in and out of the hands of Harris. Tried to take off running before he caught the football. Drops it. Second down and 10 now for OBU. 1:48 to play before half. Ball spotted at their own 48-yard line. Thompson again out of the shotgun. Calls for it. Straight drop now rolling to his right. Looking down the field. Pumps now fires. It's going to be caught. Was he inbounds? Yes. Inside the Weevil 30 down at the 28-yard line. Make it the 27-yard line. Making the catch was Harris there. Keelan Harris with the catch for OBU. Move the chains. Another first down. Thompson looking over the defense. Straight drop. Thompson looking, fires toward the end zone. This one batted away at the last second in the end zone. Good defensive hustle there by the Boll Weevils. And the man who just made that pick six a moment ago, Daquan Street, knocks it down in the end zone. Second down and 10. Clock will stop with 1:32 left to play before half. And now we got a player for UAM just went down with a leg cramp. Saw him fall down and grab his leg. So there'll be an official timeout on the field. We'll take it with them with 1:32 to play before half. Weevils lead at 40-7. We're back in just a moment. Thompson out of the shotgun, going to try to hand it off to Harris. The ball's on the ground and going to be recovered by the Boll Weevils. Coming up with a fumble recovery for UAM. That's big number 99, Trey Hand, 6'2", a sophomore. Makes a fumble recovery, and the Weevils will get the football back. Oh, wait a minute. Was there a flag on the play? They blew it dead before the snap and had offsides against the Weevils. So it'll be third down and 10 now for OBU. Well, we celebrated too soon. I didn't see the flag. Third down and 10 for OBU. Ball spotted at the UAM 27-yard line. Thompson out of the shotgun. Bunch set to the right, wanting to throw, looking, going toward the end zone again, and this one's going to be intercepted in the end zone for the second time tonight, coming up with the interception, and that's going to be 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥, I believe. Yeah, 𝗗𝗜𝗦, his second interception of the night. And the Weevils will get it back out. That'll be the third interception against OBU. And the Weevils should have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. With 1:18 to play before halftime, leading 40-7. UAM on top. Gennaro Scott's going to come in, line up in the pistol formation behind Brown. Twin receivers come wide to the right. Brown takes the snap, wanting to throw, wanting to go deep. Has a man open at midfield and going to overthrow his intended receiver. And that's Mansfield. Oh, man. He had his defender beat by about 3 yards, but the ball was overthrown by about 3 yards. So to bring up 2nd down and 10. And the Weevils on top 40-7, wanting more here before half. Brown again out of the shotgun. Scott still in the pistol formation. Brown again wanting to go deep. Looking, forced out of the pocket, now throws, and this one is going to be incomplete. Kind of short hopped it. Pass intended out there for the Boll Weevils. Out to 𝗗𝗔𝗜𝗍𝗔𝗜𝗍 Smith. He ran a curl pattern down the field, about 15 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 10 now for the Boll Weevils. So 3rd and 10. Weevils will come to the line of scrimmage. Gennaro Scott lines up on the right side of Brown. Brown's going to keep it himself. Down the left end. He's out over the 25. Heads toward the pylon. Or excuse me, the 1st down marker up at the 30-yard line. The flag comes in late, maybe for a late hit. Maybe 2 flags down on the play. One penalty is it's going to be against UAM. And the other flag was up about the 1st down marker. So you had one at the line of scrimmage and one up near the 1st down marker. So what they're going to end up doing, looks like UAM's walking backwards. So they'll mark it half the distance to the go, 10 yards. Holding was the call on that one. I think they waved off the flag that was up near the 1st down marker, so it will be a penalty against UAM. It'll be 3rd down again, but 3rd and 20 now for the Boll Weevils. Ball spotted back at their own 10-yard line. Under a minute left to play here before half. Weevils leading 40-7. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍𝗔𝗜𝗍, straight drop from his goal line. Now forced out of the pocket, going to roll to his right. Looking, fires into the sideline, going to be incomplete. Batted away at the last second by the defender there, as it was intended for 𝗗𝗓𝗏𝗏 Smith. And the Weevils will have to punt it away here with 49 seconds left to go before half. We'll have to see them punt it from their own end zone. As looks like Caleb Jacobs is going to be on to punt it away out of the end zone for the Weevils. Gets a good snap, gets off the kick, a high wobbly kick. Fair catch called for at the 44-yard line by Harris. And that's where the Bison will have it at the UAM 44-yard line, 1st and 10. With 41 seconds to go before half, they have 2 timeouts remaining. We'll see if Thompson comes back in at the quarterback for them. The starter in Dayton Wolf threw 2 pick sixes. Yeah, they're going to leave Thompson in. He threw an interception his last series. 3 interceptions on the night against OBU. Weevils returned 2 of them for touchdowns. Thompson, empty backfield and 5 wide. Straight drop, looking into the sideline. Throws complete out there inside the Weevil 40 down to the 38-yard line. Making the reception is going to be Jaden Henry. And now OBU is going to call a timeout, it looks like. And we got an injured Weevil down on the field as well. A gain of 5, almost 6 on that last play. We'll call it 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 when play resumes as they check on the injured player for the Weevils there on the far side. Haven't been able to catch a number yet on who it is. Glad you're with us on this Saturday night. Next week we're on the road. The Weevils are as they travel to take Arkadelphia to take on Henderson State. Looks like the players shaking up for UAM. It's going to be number 2, looks like. Yeah. It's going to be Greg Hooks. He's going to walk off the field under his own power, so that's good to see. 2nd down and 4 now for OBU. 31 seconds remain here in the half. They have 1 timeout remaining. Weevils lead it 40-7. Finally, they're going to blow it back in play. Thompson goes with an empty backfield and 5 wide again. Trip receivers to the wide side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. Thompson rolls back, looking, straight drop, going deep down the right sideline, throws it out of bounds. He let that one sail, and it went out of bounds. Took 5 seconds off the clock. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Now for OBU. They'll stay with the empty backfield and 5 wide. Trip receivers again to the wide side of the field. Twins go on the short side. Thompson. Straight drop. Looking over the middle. Fires underneath. It's complete at the 30. Down to the Weevil 25. And finally brought down at the 23-yard line. As making the catch over there for OBU is going to be Michael Marshall. They will get up on the ball. 14 seconds. They snap it. Thompson wanting to throw, looking into the sideline, throws. It's caught at the 15, cuts at the 10, still on his feet to the 6-yard line. As making the catch there is going to be Braden Phipps. Down at the 6 with 1 second remaining. And OBU is going to use their final timeout, I believe, of the half. With 1 second left to play here before halftime. This has been a long first half. Been an hour and a half of football. They'll call the timeout. We'll keep it right here. They put 2 seconds back on the game clock, so it's actually 3 seconds left to go. The Bison are down 40-7. Not sure a field goal is going to help them other than give them a little moral victory that they go in at halftime saying they put points on the board before halftime if they kick the field goal. And that looks like what they're going to attempt to do. Phipps does the holding. The kicker is Rodriguez, right-footed kicker. It'll be a 23-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Everybody's set. Snap is down. The kick's on its way, and this one is going to be good. So make it 40-10. With no time remaining, that's going to be intermission, a halftime. The Weevils lead it by 30. Last week it was 32-12. Oklahoma Baptist trailed Ouachita Baptist at halftime and ended up losing by 10. So they came back and scored 20 points unanswered in the fourth quarter against OBU. And the Tigers of Ouachita Baptist were able to hold on for that win last week. Both teams will head to the locker room here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. The crowd stuck around. They've enjoyed what they've seen so far out of this UAM squad here in the first half. Don't go anywhere. We've got our halftime show coming your way. 40-10, the Weevils lead it. We'll be back with more UAM football in just a moment.
UAM Chancellor Dr. Peggy Doss, and Assistant Athletic Director Gary Adams are presenting them with a commemorative football helmet for their sponsorship of today's game. We thank you for your continued support of your UAM Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a big round of applause. Today's game is sponsored by South Arkansas Weevils.
We welcome you back here to Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. We are at halftime. The Boll Weevils are enjoying a 40-10 lead over the Bison of OBU, as UAM has pretty well dominated here on the evening so far, and we're going to look at all the numbers for you here in just a few moments. But we're at halftime. Don't forget, we'll be on the road next week. Next time we're back here at Convoy Leslie will be the 24th of September. That will be Parent-Teacher Day, I believe. And we'll be actually broadcasting live out on the tailgate area that afternoon. So hope you'll make plans to come join us. It'll be the 24th. Next time we have a home game here at UAM. And we'll be glad to talk to you if you'd like to come by and visit with us. We are at halftime. It is 40-10. The Weevils lead it by 30. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with our halftime show when we return in just a moment.
UAM, Jeff Weaver, Chief of Staff. Dr. Moses Golden, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. And they are joined in the field today by our Chancellor, Dr. Peggy Dawes. We say thank you for all of your time, efforts, and assistance in all that you do at UAM. We also want to recognize Crystal Howell, Vice Chancellor for Academics. We appreciate all of you and the teams you represent.
Back here at halftime at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium, I'm Jimmy Sledge. My technical engineer tonight, Mr. Jason Camden. I want to thank him for sticking around tonight. Glad you're with us on this Saturday evening. What started out kind of a wet, drizzly afternoon here in southeast Arkansas has turned out to be a beautiful night for football in southeast Arkansas. And the Weevils are making it even more pleasant with a 40-10 lead over the Bison of OBU. As look at some of the numbers here in the first half. First of all, for the Bison of OBU, Dayton Wolf came in and had almost 400 yards of passing last week. UAM's defense has really kept him in check with 3 interceptions on the night, 2 of them returned for touchdowns. But he has 7 completions on 14 attempts, 2 interceptions, 108 yards, and both of those interceptions he threw were pick sixes. One was an 85-yard pick return, the other one a 29-yard pick return for a touchdown by the Boll Weevils, as it was Daquan Street with one of them and Katron Allen with the other defensive touchdown for UAM. Adrian Thompson came in. He went 2 of 6 there just before the half. He threw an interception in the end zone, and that for 35 yards. So they've got 9 of 20 with 3 interceptions. This passing attack by OBU has been held to 143 yards through the air. Rushing attack, they're only 49 yards. They've got Bazell, their big running back, 7 carries for 31 yards. And then Moore came in, 3 carries for 20 yards. So 49 total yards, 192 total yards on 37 plays is what OBU is able to amass with 3 turnovers. UAM, let's look at the numbers on them. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 went 4 of 13 through the air, 1 interception. Longest was a 75-yard pass, as the Weevils get 75 yards through the air. 4 of 13, 1 interception, and 2 TDs for 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏 here in the first half. Rushing-wise, that's where they've been really eating it up. Gennaro Scott had over 100 yards last week. He's got his 2 weeks in a row now, over 100 yards per ball game. 119 yards on 11 carries, averaging almost 11 yards per carry. He has 2 touchdowns as well. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏, 8 carries for 76 yards. And then Dorian Manuel, 2 carries for 2 yards. 191 yards on the ground for the Boll Weevils. Total 39 plays and 266 yards. The offense has accounted for 4 touchdowns, 2 defensive touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Isaiah Cross with 2 catches for 38 yards. And then you got LeCedric Smith, 1 catch for 20 yards and a touchdown. And Jordan Mansfield, 1 catch for 17 yards and a touchdown. So 75 yards through the air and 191 on the ground, 266 total yards for the first half of football. UAM had the football 15 minutes and 1 second, while OBU had it 14-26. So what the official stats say here. Penalty-wise, UAM been penalized twice for 25 yards. Been a clean ball game. 2 penalties against UAM for 25 yards, 2 penalties against OBU for 25 yards as well. OBU's punted 6 times for 35-yard average, and UAM punted 3 times for a 41-yard average per punt, but they didn't punt until late there in the first half. It was about 4 minutes to go in the first half before they punted, and they punted on their final 3 possessions. As we are at halftime, and the marching band of South Arkansas, the UAM band, out on the field performing. We'll take a break and come back with more here in just a moment. Weevils lead it 40-10. We're back after this timeout. (40-10), the Weevils have the lead over the Bison of OBU as the UAM marching band's been performing here before. A great crowd that stuck around. They like it when the Weevils were winning, and the crowd has hung around here this evening. Glad you're with us on the radio or online on the stream. Glad you're with us listening and watching the ball game, as we'll be on the road next week. We'll be back at home on the 24th, 2 weeks from tonight. And that will be Parent-Teacher Appreciation Night. They have lots of activities going on that Saturday, so I hope you'll make plans to come on out. And then watch the ball game at 6 o'clock that night. That'll be the last 6 o'clock kickoff, as well as the month of September. Most of the teams in the Great American Conference don't kick off till 6 p.m. There was one 7 o'clock game tonight, and that was at Harding. But anyway, we are here. Glad you're with us. And now some more entertainment at halftime. Looks like some little bitty cheerleaders out there on the field. Tell you what, we're going to take another timeout. We'll come back with more UAM football right after this timeout. Back here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium, the Boll Weevils lead it 40-10 here at the half. It's been all UAM in the first half. Weevils offense was able to put 4 scores on the board. Defense, boy, it always helps when your defense can put points on the board. And they were able to come up with 2 pick sixes on the night. One by 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. The other one was by Katron Allen. But anytime you can add points, your defense always helps the cause out. It's 40-10 our score. Last week, OBU trailed Ouachita Baptist. I think it was 32-12 at the half. They end up getting beat 32-22. I think was the final score. Let me go back and check my notes on that, if I can find it here right quick. So what I'm trying to say is we don't want to, it was 42-32. It was 42-12 at the half. They scored 20 points unanswered in the fourth quarter. And, we don't want to see that happen here this evening, even though if they scored 20 points in the second half, they'd still come up 10 short if they hold the Weevils scoreless in the second half. But there's no quit in this OBU team, and they're going to throw the football around a lot in the second half like they did in the first half, or try to throw it around a lot. As both teams are starting to make their way back out of the dressing rooms. And we'll be coming up with the second half of football here in just a few moments. Again, looking at some of the numbers to tell you how UAM dominated. 266 total yards in the first half on 39 plays, while OBU had 40 plays for 223 yards. If you go back and look at the end of the first quarter, the Weevils had 169 total yards at the end of the first quarter, and they held OBU to only 77 yards in the first quarter. So OBU did put some numbers up in the second period, but were unable to put it in the end zone. They had to settle for that field goal there just before halftime. Other than the opening play of the ball game, it's the only score that the Bison had. That was a 65-yard touchdown pass from Dayton Wolf to Keelan Harris. That was their first play of the game. They jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Took them 13 seconds to do, but since then, UAM's defense has stopped them, and the offense has taken advantage of some short field positions. And again, as we said, those 2 pass interceptions that were returned for touchdowns by the UAM secondary. We'll take one more final timeout. When we return, we'll start the second half here from Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium here on KHBM 93.7 FM, your home of UAM Sports. We'll be back in just a moment. We welcome you back once again here to Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. The Boll Weevils and the Bison both out taking their final preparations here before we start the second half as UAM leads at 40-10. We get set to start the second half. UAM is going to get the football to start the third quarter. And, we'll see if the Weevils, sure we'll see the starters stay in for a while longer. May see a few substitutes start easing their way in to the ball game to get some much needed experience for later on. But the Weevils, again, 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 having a great night. It's 4 of 13 with 1 interception, 2 touchdowns for 75 yards through the air. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗍's also 76 yards on the ground, so all-purpose yards. He's over 151 all-purpose yards for 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗍. Gennaro Scott, his second 100-plus yards rushing, 119 so far on 11 carries. That's almost 11 yards per carry. Receiving-wise, Isaiah Cross got 2 catches for 38 yards. 𝗗𝗏𝗡𝒛𝒛𝒃 Smith, 1 catch for 20 yards and a touchdown. And Manfield Jordan has 1 catch for 17 yards and a touchdown. All right, the kicker for OBU is going to get set and tee it up. That's Rodriguez. Trying to see who we got back deep for the Weevils. UAM will send 2 back deep. And this third quarter is underway. High end-over-end kick, going to carry over the head and into the end zone as the Weevils will watch it go over their head. That was 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Smith over there on one side. The other return man was Hunter Watson. So the Weevils will get it 1st and 10. Out at their own 25-yard line. And let's see if 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏 starts the second half. Yes, he will. Gennaro Scott at running back. 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏 your quarterback. And the Weevils here in the third quarter will be moving from left to right on your radio dial, from north to south here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium, heading right toward Weevil Pond. Brown takes the snap, hands it off Gennaro Scott. Gennaro going to lose a couple of yards as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Shooting through there is Elijah Tomlin making the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Now for the Boll Weevils. Ball spotted back at their own 23-yard line. They go out to the pistol formation. Now Gennaro moves up on the left side of 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏. 𝗗𝗏𝗧𝗏 wanting to throw. Steps up into the pocket, now forced out, running left, has a man, throws behind the tight end out there. As that tight end this time for UAM was number 86, that's Caleb Benine. It'll bring up 3rd and long here on the opening series of the third quarter for the Boll Weevils. 3rd down and 12. Twin receivers go wide left. 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Smith split into the short, into the boundary on the right side. Blitz coming. Brown dumps it off to Gennaro out of the backfield. It's going to fall incomplete just off his fingertips. And the Weevils are going to go 3 and out. They'll be forced to punt it away on their opening drive here in the third quarter with 14:18 remaining in the third period. Weevils still lead by a score of 40-10. Keelan Harris will go back deep for the Bison. Grassati will get set to punt it away. He'll get a snap at his own 10. Pressure coming. Gets off a nice high spiraling kick. Oh, wow. Drives Harris all the way back to his 25-yard line. And he's surrounded and he's not going anywhere. No return. as that's going to end up being, a 28, and then add another 20, a 49-yard punt. No return, and the Bison will start 1st and 10 at their own 25, make it the 26-yard line, a 1-yard return following a 49-yard punt. The quarterback is going to be their backup. That's Aiden Thompson. Thompson came in there late in the first half. Hands it off right side to a new running back. He's going to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Carrying the football was Chris Min. He'll check out. E.J. Moore will check back in now at running back for the Bison. 2nd down and 10 following no gain on the play. On the tackle that time for the Weevils was Alfreni Hankins, the defensive end. You're going to leave it with Moore. Moore going to get a couple of yards, and that's all. Not much room there on the running game on that play. A gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Bison here in their opening possession of the 3rd period. 40-10 our score. UAM has led since it was they fell behind 7-0, and then once they tied it up, have not looked back. Thompson will go empty backfield and 5 wide on 3rd down and 9. Thompson straight drop, steps up in the pocket, fires across the middle, is complete at the 30, and going to be well short of the 1st down, as that's that's Phipps making the catch. And coming up to make the tackle on him, short of the 1st down, is going to be Katron Allen. It'll bring up a 4th down and 6, a gain of 3 on that play. The Weevils are going to get it right back. Caleb Jacobs will go back deep for the Weevils. And Phipps will get set to punt it away once again. This will be the 7th punt of the night by OBU. Gets off the kick, end over end kick. It'll hit at the 40 and take a short Bison bounce to the 39. The Weevils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Boy, field position is something that the Weevils have worked on all night long. They've kept the Bison back deep in their own territory. Most of the time, they've been behind their own 25 when they started a drive. The Weevils will start this one. They mark it at the 40, their own 40-yard line. Gennaro Scott at running back. Trip receivers come wide to the right. One goes wide left. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 Brown out of the shotgun. Now Scott moves up on his right side. Play action, throws, little hook pattern complete to Caleb Jacobs. Out over the 45. He'll get it to the 48-yard line where they'll mark his forward progress. That will be a gain of 8 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 now. And the Weevils go with the 2 tight end set. 2 tight ends come in. Joshua Denny and Caleb Bonine. 2nd down and 2. Handoff, Gennaro Scott. Scott hit at the line of scrimmage and no gain. Maybe a loss of a half a yard as Scott had nowhere to go that time. Coming through for the Bison, big number 90. That's Nick Carpin. 6'4", 265-pound sophomore. A loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 3 now. The receivers come back in as that's Caleb Jacobs checking back in along with Isaiah Cross. Twins will go on either side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 Brown out of the shotgun looking over the defense. Linebackers cheating up. They're going to show blitz. Now they'll back it off. Brown, Forster keeping himself. Now dumps it underneath. Going to be complete for the 1st down. As making the catch, 𝗚𝐶edrick Smith has it at the 40. He'll carry it down to the 38-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Weevils. First down of the 2nd half by either team. And the Weevils go up tempo quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Brown assesses the defense. Now looks into the sideline. They'll call the play here on the sideline. 40-10, Weevils have led, or are leading. Brown wanting to throw, straight drop. Has time, looks deep down the field, going for Caleb Jacobs, and it's going to be incomplete. Jacobs running a post pattern. Ball was just a little overthrown. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And now the tight ends check back in. This time you got number 86, Bonin, and Ian Meach, the 2 tight ends. They'll both line up on the right side. Weevils are going to hand it off as it's going to be a running play and hitting the backfield and drop for a loss. It's going to be Dorian Manuel. Manuel, who just checked in, he's going to lose yardage all the way back to the 44. So a loss of 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 16 now for UAM. Janelle Scott checks back in at running back. They'll stay with a 2 tight end set, same formation. They both line up here on the right side, kind of H-backs. Brown. Now they change the play at the line of scrimmage, looking at 3rd down and 16. Brown hands it off. Gennaro tripped up in the backfield, will fall forward as he gets it back to the 45. Let's say he lost a half a yard. The knee went down, and the Weevils are forced to punt it away for the 2nd time here in the 3rd quarter. It'll be the 5th punt of the night now for UAM. Again, Caleb Jacobs is going to handle the punting duties this time. And Keelan Harris back deep for the Bison. High wobbly kick. It's going to hit at the 10, bound inside the 5. Weevils trying to get to it at the 1, and they will. They'll down it at the 1-yard line. Hustling down on the special teams and getting them pinned back deep. Looks like number 40 for the Weevils. Got that as Donde Fuller. Mark it at the 1-yard line. That's where OBU will start this drive, deep in their own territory with 8:50 to play in the 3rd quarter. Weevils leading 40-10. Thompson stays in at quarterback. Looks like the running back this time is going to be Stewart. Out of his own end zone. Thompson calls for the snap. Play action, wanting to throw, goes deep, has a man, is complete out over the 25 to the 30 and down there. As making the catch is going to be Brandon Phipps. Covering on the play for the Wheels was Jonathan Scott. They got beat by a couple of steps. Now we got a player for UAM shaking up down there in the end zone. Looks like number 4, Marshall Lloyd. Goes down with a leg cramp. And then we got another UAM player over there on the far side suffering from leg cramps. Didn't see much of that last week up at Southern Nazarene. Coach Jackson and I talked about that on the coaches show about conditioning. We didn't see a lot of leg cramps last week, but we've seen our share of them here this evening. But there's been a lot of running up and down the field. Of course, OBU throws the football a lot. They've now attempted 26 passes on the night. So over half their plays have been pass attempts. And number 4 and number 7. Number 4 is Marshall Lloyd. Number 7 is Daquan Street. Both suffering from leg cramps. They're going to hobble off the field. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bison when play resumes out at their own 33-yard line following that 21-yard pass completion. So 1st and 10 for the Bison. Thompson at quarterback. At running back is Buddy Bazell again. Ball's on the left hash mark. They're moving from right to left. One receiver on either side, 2 tight ends set. Thompson forced out of the pocket, rolling to his right, looking he's going to take off himself. He's out over the 30, 35. He'll step out of bounds up near the 40-yard line. Going to be about 3 yards, 4 yards shy of the first down. And bring up a 2nd down and 4. So a gain of 6 on that play as they mark him out of bounds at the 39. 2nd down and 4. They go up tempo, quickly back to the line of scrimmage. And the tight end in motion to the short side of the field. Thompson bobbles a snap and then hands it off. Gets the handoff and carrying it up the middle is going to be Bazell. Bazell out over the 40, out close to the 43, maybe the 44. It will be good for the first down. Needed 4 and he got 4.5. It will move the chains. First down of the second half for the Bison. .7:45 and left to play. 3rd period. Weevils leading 40-10. Adrian Thompson, the 2nd-string quarterback, takes the snap, straight drop, steps up in the pocket, fires deep down the field, going to overthrow everybody. Threw into double coverage back there. His pass was intended there for Michael Marshall. He had Katron Allen, the safety, coming over. And then the defensive corner over there looked like Jonathan Scott. 2nd down and 10 now for the Bison. They're going to hand it off this time. That's Bissell. Bissell bulls his way out over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Be a gain of 3. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Another 3rd and long situation. You look, their 3rd down efficiency, they are 1 of 9 on 3rd down conversions through the ball game. 3rd and long again, 3rd and 7. Thompson, straight drop. Has happy feet, now is going to take off. At midfield, going to dive for the marker at the first down. It's going to be a yard shy. They'll mark him at the 48-yard line, needed to get to the 47 for the first down. It'll be a 4th down and 1. For OBU. They trail by 30. You have to think here they're going to have to go for it. Ball spotted at the Weevil 48-yard line. Now the officials call an official timeout. Not sure they're going to make sure where the spot is on the football, it looks like. And it looks like they're going to bring the chains on? Surely not. But they are. From where the ball's spotted, where the chain is, not even close. Unless they're thinking that the yard markers are not straight. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring the chains across and measure it. It's right in front of our broadcast position here at the 48-yard line. And I tell you, they're a yard shy. As they get ready and stretch the chain, that's a full yard. They need to get to the 47. Ball spotted at the 48. So it'll be 4th down and 1. So get the chain game back over on the sideline. The offensive line for OBU, they get ready. Now the receivers and quarterback will come from the sideline. Trip receivers will go wide right. That'll be the wide side of the field. One receiver comes wide left. Bissell, the running back, on 4th and 1. Thompson out of the shotgun. Play action, throws. It's going to be complete to Harris. Harris will have the first down. Needed a yard and he got 2. Excuse me. Just ran a little quick hook pattern out there. Thompson delivered it. They'll move the chains. That'll be a first down. Comes with 6:20 left to play in the third quarter. Weevils leading 40-10. Handoff to Bissell this time. Bissell across the line of scrimmage at the 40. Bissell still on his feet down to the 34-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 13 on the play. And they'll move the chains. That'll be another first down. Maybe the longest play from scrimmage, running play from scrimmage they've had all night. They go up tempo and quickly back to the line. Snap the football. Handoff again. Bissell up the middle. Crosses the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. So he'll gain 3 on the play. Getting up off the bottom of the pile for the Weevils, number 51. That is Theron Bellard, defensive lineman out of DeSoto, Texas, making the stop. Gain of 3, second down and 7. Now Thompson wants to change the play at the line of scrimmage as they'll check it off. They go bunch set on either side. Wideouts are brought in tight. Thompson hands off to Bissell again. Bissell caught behind the line of scrimmage, going to lose a yard. Holding on, bringing him down. For the Weevils, it's going to be Chris Blair. Third down and a long 7 now. Thompson wanting to throw. Has time, throws, there's a flag, comes in. He gets it complete to Bissell out of the backfield. Bissell will step out of bounds right at the first down marker, but there is 2 penalty flags down in the backfield, and that usually indicates a holding. Holding, the call against the Bisons. So we'll go from the spot of the foul. It'll repeat third down. It's going to be third and about 18. Who will they mark it back to? Going to mark it back to the 43-yard line. So make it third and 18. Empty backfield, 5 wide now for OBU. Weevils will show a 4-man front. And what they're going to do is rush 4. No blitz coming. Actually, they rush 3, drop another one back in coverage. They fire. It's complete down the field at the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down. Making the reception over there for OBU is going to be Julian Clark. He's 2 yards shy of the first down. So 4th down and 2. Ball spotted at the Weevil 29-yard line. Weevils lead it 40-10 with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. They stay empty backfield and 5 wide. Thompson, straight drop, looking to his left, fires in the flat underneath. It's complete. They'll get the first down as they get a gain of 5 on the play. Making the catch out here. His first catch, Jaden Henry of the night from Van Buren, Arkansas. Makes the catch for OBU. Actually, they mark him down at the 23-yard line. So a gain of 6 on the play. 1st and 10, Bison. Ball on the left hash mark. Harris splits wide left. Twins go wide to the right. Another empty backfield. Quarterback draw. Thompson keeps it himself. He's at the 20 to the 15. Lowers his shoulder. Goes down close to the 10 where he's bumped out of bounds. They say at the 11-yard line. And that'll move the chains again for another first down. Gain of 12 on the play. The Bison on the move, knocking on the door, trailing by 30. They stay empty backfield. Thompson, straight drop. Weevils rush 3 again. Thompson forced out of the pocket, rolling right, loses a handle on the football. It's on the ground. He'll fall on it all the way back at the 26-yard line. Going to be a loss of 15 on the play. Putting pressure on him was Trey Hand, the big defensive lineman for the Boll Weevils from right here in Monticello, a sophomore. It'll be second down and 25. Ball spotted at the Weevil 26-yard line. They need to get all the way down to about the 2 for the first down. Thompson rolling to his left. Throws back across the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted. No, they reeled it incomplete, say it was on the ground. It would have been Katron Allen's second interception of the night, but the official said he trapped it on the ground. So to fall incomplete and bring up third down and long for the Bison. They'll stay with the 5 wideouts. 40-10, that was our score at halftime. We're down to 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. And that's where we stand now, 40-10, Weevils on top. Thompson, straight drop. Again, a 3-man rush. Thompson all day looking, still looking, pointing. Now fires it toward the sideline, and this one is intercepted. Did it stay in bounds? Yes. And that is Katron Allen's second interception on the night. He returned one earlier for 85 yards and a pick 6. Picked that one off at about the 1 yard line. He returns it up to the 5. That's where he stepped out of bounds. So the Weevils get it back, 1st and 10 at their own 5 yard line here with 1:49 left to play in the third quarter. Isaiah Cross goes wide to the left. 2 tight ends set for the Weevils. Janelle Scott's back in at the running back. 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗏 Brown takes the snap from the goal line. Got to keep it himself. 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗏 gets it out close to the 10. A gain of almost 5 on the play. We'll call it 4. It'll be second down and 6. Ball spotted just shy of the 10-yard line. Stay with the 2 tight ends. Cedric Smith split wide right. Isaiah Cross wide to the left. The 2 tight end sets. Janelle Scott on the left side of 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗏 straight drop. One to throw. Looking, going deep for Cedric. Has him open, and it's going to be overthrown over his outside shoulder. Cedric tried to adjust to it, but just couldn't quite get there. So it'll bring up third down and long, 3rd and 7. That'll stop the clock with 1:10 left to play here in the third period. Weevils leading 40-10. Going to leave the big tight ends in, but they'll split out wide right. So trip receivers come wide to the right. 1 wide left, and now a lot of motion up front. And I believe we had a timeout called. We did. Timeout by OBU. 1:10 to play in the third. 40-10 our score. Weevils with the lead. We'll take the break with them and be back with more UAM football after this timeout. (40-10), Weevils lead it. It's 3rd down and 7. UAM from their own 9-yard line will go empty backfield and 5 wide. The Bison show blitz Brown rolling to his right, going to keep it himself. Brown's out to the 10, to the 15. He'll have the first down as he gets it out beyond the 20 and finally knocked out of bounds up at the 21-yard line. So 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 buys the Weevils a little real estate room with his feet. And they'll have it 1st and 10. They actually mark his forward progress out close to the 24-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Weevils out at their own 24. Clock continues to run. Maybe the final play of the third quarter. We'll see. Scott moves over to the left side of Brown. They're going to hand it off to 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 Gennaro across the 25, out to the 30, the 31-yard line, a gain of 7. Gennaro Scott should give him around 126 yards on the night. And that is the end of the third quarter. The Weevils lead it 40-10. That was our score at halftime, a scoreless third period. We've got the final 15 minutes of football coming your way here from Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium when we return in just a moment. Three quarters are in the books. Weevils lead it 40-10 as we head for the fourth and final quarter. It'll be UAM football, 2nd down and 3 from their own 31-yard line. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 Brown will stay in at quarterback. We'll go with an empty backfield and 5 wide. 4 receivers on one side. Now Gennaro Scott will come in. He'll line up in the backfield in the pistol formation. Going to hand it off. Gennaro crosses the 30, gets it out close to the 34, very close to the first down marker, out at the 34-yard line. Should bring up, if it's not a first down, it is. They'll move the chains, and there'll be another first down for the Weevils. That's first down number 16 in the ball game for UAM. Weevils want that clock to continue to run. 14 minutes, 32 seconds left to play. We're taking a lot of time on that play clock, all the way down to 8 seconds. Brown calling for the signal. Busted play. He's going to keep it himself out over the 35. And 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗥 makes something out of nothing there. He turned to hand it off to Gennaro Scott. Gennaro was on the wrong side or didn't move. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗥 just took off with his feet, picks up 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. Weevils stay up tempo though, no huddle. They'll come back to the line of scrimmage and let the play clock run down. We go under 14 minutes to play. Weevils on top, 40-10. And Gennaro moves over on the right side. Trip receivers wide right. Hand it off to Gennaro again. Gennaro, no gain on the play as he stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. There was a flag back in the defensive secondary. I'm not sure what that was about. It's against the Weevils. So we'll repeat 2nd down, or will it be 3rd down? Going to mark the penalty off against UAM. 15-yard penalty. Walks it all the way back inside the 30, back to the 25-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 20. 3rd and 19, actually. Brown with empty backfield, 5 wide. Ball on the left hash mark. Weevils moving from right to left here in this fourth quarter, from south to north. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 letting the play clock go under 10. Game clock down to 13:17. They'll snap the football with 2 seconds on the play clock. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗇 straight drop. Steps up in the pocket, dumps it over the middle. It's going to be deflected and almost intercepted. Getting a hand on it defensively for the Bison was Elijah Tomlin, the linebacker there. Tipped it all the way up in the air. Just no one there to get under it when he tipped it up. So the Weevils are going to have to punt it away here with 13:07 to play. Leading 40-10. Caleb Jacobs will come on to punt it away. Back deep. Keelan Harris once again to return for OBU. Caleb gets a good snap. A wobbly kick. Going to be hit at the 40. Take a Weevil bounce. Harris will pick it up at the 30, off the ground. At the 35, return to the 40, up over the 45, midfield. Flags come in here on the sideline, on the UAM sideline. And we'll see what the flag is all about. The return was up to the UAM 49-yard line. So a nice return by Harris. The officials are going to mark from the flag, it looks like. It's going to be against OBU. Holding against the return team. So they'll come back to the 41 or the 40-yard line and mark it off from there. They should start back around their own 30-yard line. So far, the Weevils, 56 offensive plays, 313 yards. OBU, not that bad, 59 offensive plays, 311 yards. UAM's offense scored 4 offensive touchdowns and then 2 defensive touchdowns in the first half and lead it 40-10. There's a pass going to be complete out over the 30, the 35, and upended out near the 40-yard line, right at the first down marker. Is making the catch for OBU. It's going to be number 88, and that is Charles Whitebear. Yeah, good for the first down. He picked up 11. Handoff's going to go up the middle here. That's number 41. Got some new players. Jackson Carnard, the running back, picks up 4. Second down and 6. For the Bison. We've got a new quarterback. That's who it is, number 12. That is Seth Streeter. Streeter keeps it himself, this time for no gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for OBU. Ball spotted at their own 44-yard line. Streeter out of the shotgun. Wanting to throw, dumps it off to his back out of the backfield. He's got nowhere to go. Turns the corner, however, evades a tackler out over the 45 to midfield and going to be very close to a first down for the Bison. They're going to mark him just shy of the first down marker. It'll be 4th down and less than a yard. They hand it off right up the middle. They got it. And the flags come in as the play carries down close to the UAM 45-yard line. But a flag, however, on the field. As they would have had the first down. Illegal substitution on the offense is the call. So now they got to figure out where to mark it. The chain gang had already moved on the far sideline. So it'll remain 4th down. They'll replay it. Now they're trying to decide on where to spot the football. Now the official changed his call. It was an illegal substitution by the defense. So they'll mark it off against the Boll Weevils. He first indicated against the offense, but then comes back and changes it. So they mark it down at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Bison at the Weevil 40. Streeter wanting to throw. Looking, going deep down the left sideline. Going to be incomplete. Down near the 20-yard line. Pass intended down there for Alex Navia. And defending on the play for the Weevils, that's Katron Allen. No, number 25 this time, not 23. 25 is Kyle Abraham. 2nd and 10. They do a reverse. They hand it off to Harris. Harris trying to turn the corner. He's at the 40, down to the 35, and going to be bumped out of bounds there. Keelan Harris on the carry. Picks up just shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll pick up a 4. Third down and 6. Streeter dances around the pocket, now unloads it down the field, has a man complete at the 20 to the 15 and bumped out of bounds inside the 20. As that again is going to be number 14, Nabavi. Knocking him out of bounds down there for the Weevils was Demario Cleaves. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bison. 1st and goal, actually at the 9-yard line. They hand it off right up the middle. Carries it inside the 5. Touchdown, Bison. Number 41, one of the backup running backs, Jason Connard. Carries it over from 9 yards out. First score of the second half comes. It's 40-16 now. Weevils still lead. 10:27 to play in the ball game. And on to attempt the extra point will be Rodriguez. Out of the hold of Phillips. Everyone set. Snaps down, the kick's on its way, and this one is good. 40-17, the Weevils still lead. 10:27 to play in the football game. We'll be back with more from Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium in just a moment. .27 to play in the football game. It's 40-17. The Weevils still on top. The only score here in the second half comes from Oklahoma Baptist as they took that drive and went 72 yards. Took them 11 plays, but they knock it in. Get on the scoreboard here in the second half. Both teams still on the sidelines. We're waiting for them to go back into action. Weevils will be on the road next Saturday. We travel to Arkadelphia to take on Henderson State. 6 o'clock kickoff time next Saturday. We'll be on the air at 5:30 with the Coach Hud Jackson show, so hope you'll join us then. 2 weeks from today, we're back at home. Parent-Teacher Appreciation Day, as we'll be here. 6 o'clock kickoff again 2 weeks from today. All right, Oklahoma Baptist is going to come out, and the Weevils expect an onside kick as they're going to put 10 men up close to the 10-yard mark as Caleb Jacobs is the only man back deep for the Weevils. Again, still a lot of time left in this football game. 10:27 left to play. Weevils up 40-10. They're going to kick it deep. Jacobs lets it go as it goes toward the sideline, goes out of bounds, and the Weevils are going to get it up at the 35-yard line. So UAM will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35. And we'll see if we've seen all of the starters or if we're still going to see some of the starters out there. We will see 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 at quarterback. Then we're going to see Dorian Manuel at running back. On 1st and 10 from their own 35, Brown wanting to throw. Brown forced out of the pocket, running to his left, looking downfield. He's going to keep it himself. Out over the 35, sidesteps one at the 40, to the 45, and going to be brought down out near midfield. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 and Brown on the scramble, picks up 15, moves the chains. It'll be a first down, but boy, if you're the Weevils and excuse me, the coaching staff for UAM, you got to be holding your breath when 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 takes off like that with a 23-point lead. Try to avoid the contact if you can. On 1st down from midfield, Brown leaves it with Manuel. Dorian turns the corner, scoots through at the 45 to the 40. Another first down for the Weevils as he's finally brought down at the 39-yard line of OBU. Dorian Manuel picks up 13 on the, make it 11. Picks up 11 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Weevils now at the Bison 39-yard line with 9:18 left to play. Clock run, what the Weevils want. Brown, high snap, pulls it down, leaves it with Manuel again. Dorian's got some room. Flag comes in. He's at the 30 to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. Yeah, gain of 19, but I believe we'll bring it back for a holding call. Yep, going to bring it back. Walk on back, guys. Holding. Called against the offense. Gennaro Scott checks back into the ball game now as Dorian Manuel will come out and mark the penalty back near midfield. Mark it at the 49 of OBU. We need to get to the 30, so it'll be 1st and 19 for the Boll Weevils. The Bison showing blitz as they got 5 men up on the line. Linebackers have cheated up. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 checking the play off from the sideline. Twin receivers wide right. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍𝗠 play action. Quick wide receiver screen. Underthrows his intended receiver out there. He scoops it up. That's Isaiah Cross who made the catch, but as he was going to the ground, it's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play. So 2nd down and 22 now, but most importantly, the clock continues to run with a completed pass. Manuel will check back in. Gennaro Scott comes out. On 2nd and 22. Play clock down to 10. Weevils check off the play again as the offensive coordinator, after looking over the defense, signals the play in. Brown hands off to Manuel. Dorian turns the corner, gets it back to midfield. A gain of about 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 20. Gary Furman make it. Will check in, a running back, a junior out of Santa Ana, California. Sees his first action tonight for the Weevils as he'll check in at the tailback spot. The chain gang moved. I don't know what for. It's supposed to be 3rd down and 20. And the chain gang, for some reason, walked all the way back up where the ball was spotted. Both yard markers did. Yeah, they need to come on down a little bit further, guys. So some confusion over there on the sideline with the chain game, but they get them straightened out. They get them back in the right spot. We need to go almost to the 30 for the first down. Ball is spotted just shy of midfield. So third down, we'll call it 3rd and 21. 7:17 to play. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 Brown still in at quarterback. Our running back is Gary Furman. Twins go on either side. 3rd down and long. Now Furman comes up, sets up on the left side of Brown. Play action. Whistle blows and flags come in before the play ever gets started. '19 from the Bison 48-yard line. 4th and 18. Looks like the Weevils are going to let the play clock run all the way down and then probably call a timeout and send the punting unit on. As we go under 6 minutes left to play in this football game, Weevils lead it 40-17. Here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium, that's what they do. They call the timeout, and then we'll see the punting unit come onto the field for UAM as both teams huddle up on either side. We'll take the break with them and be back with more UAM football in a moment. The Weevils will punt it away on 4th and long as Colby punts that one high. Wobbly kick hits it to 30. Takes a short Weevil bounce to the 27. And that's where Oklahoma Baptist will have the football. 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. With 5:37 left to play in the football game, Weevils lead it 40-17. It was 40-10 at the halftime. Oklahoma Baptist was able to score on their last possession. Streeter is your quarterback. He's our 3rd quarterback we've seen tonight. He fires a wide receiver screen. It's going to be caught and then fumbled, and I believe OBU falls on it. There's been a loss on the play as the Weevil defense was all over that wide receiver screen. The loss is back to the 25, so a loss of about 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12. Streeter again, straight drop, throws over the middle. This one in and out of the hands of his intended receiver over there, number 6. That's Kyle McCarty. Some new faces, new jerseys, clean jerseys out there on the field for OBU. Same thing defensively for the Weevils. 3rd down and 12 now. Clock stopped with 5:06 with the incomplete pass. Streeter again out of the shotgun on 3rd and 12. Weevils will rush 4. Streeter forced out of the pocket, rolling right. Flags come in. Heaves it down the field as far as he can. Has a man open. It's caught down at the 33-yard line of UAM. But bring it all back. I believe we're going to have a holding call against OBU. Holding against the offense. UAM been penalized 6 times for 60 yards tonight. OBU now, according to their stat sheet, that'll be the 4th penalty for 45 yards on the night. Seems like there's been more flags than that here in the second half. They're going to back them up 10, repeat 3rd down. Ball will be spotted back at the 16. Yeah, the 16-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 25 for OBU. The lone back in the backfield for OBU now is number 41. Still waiting on the officials to make sure they got the ball spotted in the right spot. They talked that over. All right. 3rd down and 25. Streeter with trip receivers wide to the left. Straight drop. Streeter looking, rolling to his right now. Fires it down the field. Going to overthrow his tight end out near the 45-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down and 25. The punting unit will come on. The Weevils will get it back. With 4:40 left to play here in the football game, leading 40-17, UAM. If they can run the clock out, pick up 1 first down, they can run the clock out. And get out of here and go to 2-0 on the season. 2-0 in conference play as well. Trying to see who's back deep for the Weevils. It's not Caleb Jacobs. High, wobbly kick. Weevils going to let it hit the ground. It'll take a bison rolls, hits it midfield, goes to the 40, down to the 35, all the way down to the 32-yard line. Following the roll and everything, Weevils will start 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line with 4:27 left to play in the football game. Weevils leading 40-17. Our quarterback, we're going to have a change there for UAM. It will be Edwin 𝗗𝗏𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏, 6'1", out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Dorian Manuel will be the running back. Going to hand it off to Dorian. Dorian comes through, across the line of scrimmage, out to the 35, still moving his feet, out close to the 37-yard line. Gain of almost 5 on the play by Dorian Manuel. And the clock will go down close to 4 minutes. As 𝗗𝗏𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏 again works out of the shotgun. Getting cleanup duties here late in the ball game for 𝗗𝗏𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏. Weevils looking into the sideline. Play clock's down to 12. 𝗗𝗏𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏 backs up, calls for the snap, takes it, he'll keep it himself. 𝗗𝗏𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏 straight ahead, over the 40, out to the 41-yard line. He's going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 for the Weevils with 3.5 minutes left to play. A 1st down here could almost do it for the Weevils on 3rd down and 1. We'll be under 3 minutes when they snap this football. Play clock at 15. Game clock at 3:12. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗓 backs up on 3rd and 1. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗓 going to keep it himself again. Lowers his shoulder. He's got the first down as he'll move it out close to the 44-yard line, just shy of the 44. That'll move the chains. It's almost academic now. Just run the clock out. Bisons can stop it twice. They have 2 timeouts remaining. 40-17 our score. The Weevils went on to score 40 unanswered points. No, that's not right. Yeah, it was 40 unanswered. They led it 40-7, and then OBU got a field goal just before halftime. And that was after OBU jumped out to a 7-0 lead on the first play from scrimmage tonight. Looked like it was going to be a long night. A 65-yard touchdown pass, first play from scrimmage for the Bison. Put them on the boards first. They led it 7-0. Weevils answered and tied it up 7-7. And then went on to score 33 more after that to take a 40-7 lead before the Bison got a field goal just before halftime. And then OBU scores here late in the ball game to make it 40-17 where we stand right now. 2:47 remaining on the clock. 1st and 10 Boll Weevils from their own 44-yard line. Clock starts running again. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗓 out of the shotgun. Nothing fancy. He's going to keep it himself. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗓 across midfield. Another first down as he carries inside the 45 down to the Bison 44-yard line. Pickup of 12 on the play. And the Weevils pick up another first down there. 1st and 10 from the 44 of OBU as we go under 2 minutes left to play. Crowds hung around for this one. It's going to be a great celebration. They'll ring the victory bell over there at Weevil Pond. Handoff goes to Manuel. Dorian trying to string it out. It's going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss. Going to mark him back at the 45, so a loss of 2 on the play. But he stays in bounds, and the clock will continue to run. It'll be 2nd down and 12 now for the Weevils. We go down to 1:23. We'll be under a minute when they snap the football here. 2nd down and 12. Weevils come to the line of scrimmage. Strip receivers go wide right. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗓 in the backfield. Takes in the snap. Going to keep it himself. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗓 up the middle. Inside the 40. Almost breaks it at the 35 and is tripped up. He'll get it down to the 33-yard line. It is good for another first down for the Weevils. And UAM will have to snap the football one more time, I believe. And then this ball game's going to be over with. They'll spot it down at the 33-yard line of OBU. Yeah, we're going to be under 30 seconds when they snap this football. An official timeout down on the field. So they stop the clock with 36 seconds. And maybe they'll blow it back in play. We're waiting on the chain gang to move. There we go. First down, Weevils at the 33 of OBU. This will be the final snap of the ball game as 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗓 calls for it. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗓 keeps it himself, cuts back against the grain, goes inside the 30, down to the 26, make it the 27-yard line. Clock down to 13. And the Weevils are going to celebrate here in Monticello tonight as UAM gets the win 40 17, our final score here tonight. The Weevils get the win over the Bison of Oklahoma Baptist University. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a wrap-up of tonight's ball game when we return in just a moment. Do what?
That was a long one.
Yeah.